became more global, but it was very much in that European context. So, and then nowadays, it's mostly discussed in terms of resistance. So whether you shave your head or have a mohawk as a kind of protest. Next slide, please. However, when we look at what we've just seen, the pictures we've seen, what the investigations into hybrid fashion led to the discourse is the idea that self-fashioning is not only about compliance and resistance to norms, it also encompasses a spectrum of processes that disregards them both. And this resonates with another new concept of identity and dress, where it's just for the public, private, and secret self. So you dress for your own style and for your own pleasure, and includes fetish dressing. People wear stirrups and blah blah blah, whatever. And anyways, the idea is to take the discourse away from all these issues, right? And rather, what we should look at is that this has been happening for a very long time in Singapore and probably Southeast Asia, in an irrepressibly inconsistent, chaotically endemic, often improvised and unself-consciously egalitarian way. So yeah, I hope we can bring this back as our tradition rather than what we imagine as fixed dressing. I'd like to just close with this old family photo of my two granduncles, and probably a third one. It's a snapshot taken about 1895 to 1900. And what is so curious is that they are styled in completely different ways. So he's wearing a closed coat, but he's shaved his head, so they had to wear the queue, or what we call the dojang, right back, so that he looked basically kind of clean shaven, but he's kept his queue and the hair right in the back. He's got his much more forward and casually done it up. And he's wearing kind of a jersey t-shirt. They're having a meal outdoors. He's using a spoon, he's using his hands. And what is fascinating about this picture is that they are not performing identity or culture in any way. And this is how we are most of the time, right? We are only performing culture when we stand, smile for the camera, and then the next minute, when the camera goes away, and we forget that that camera represents a nanosecond of what we are presenting, but the 99.9% of the time we are like them, just inconsistent, messy, and not bothering to be Peranakan or be anything really. They're just happily eating. And we very rarely see pictures from the 19th century where people aren't performing, or historians are only looking at pictures where people are representing something. But again, that's just that fleeting moment, and the rest of the moment are actually more like this, right? So we're all kind of rojak, right? So yeah, thank you very much.